there's a rustic sash, and they've like different stats, like 20% to increase physical damage, 16% increased physical damage. There's a lacquered rustic sash, 23% increased physical damage and plus 5 to armor, but requires an orb of transmutation, which I'll need 20 of these to get. I don't remember exactly what it does. And here's these belts again. 20% reduced flask charges used and puts 14 to maximum energy shield. And there's a orb of alteration. Reforges a magic item with new random properties. And orb of transmutation upgrades an item to a magic item. And she also sells, well, there's portal scroll. She sells necklaces, rings, the potions. And now here, heavy strike, elemental hit, glacial hammer, infernal blow. Hits the enemy, converting some of your physical damage to fire damage. If the enemy dies soon after being hit, they will explode, doing fire damage to nearby enemies. The damage from this explosion cannot be reflected. Requires a sword, axe, mace, staff, or unarmed. 50% physical damage is converted to fire damage. Base duration is 0.50 seconds. Deals 130% base attack damage. Explosion deals base fire damage equal to 10% of the corpse's maximum life. Holding strike, ground slam, spectral throw, fireball, magnum orb, spark, pulse, lightning tendrils, raise zombie, frost bolt, and blight. Apply debuff to enemies in front of you which deals chaos damage over time. Enemies who aren't already debuffed by blight are also hindered for a shorter secondary duration, slowing their movement. Continued channeling adds layers of damage to the debuff, each with their own duration. Deals 1.7 base chaos damage per second. Base duration is 2.5 seconds. 2.50 seconds, or whatever you want to call it. Base secondary 2.5 seconds. Base secondary duration is 0.8 seconds. Modifiers to spell damage modifiers to spell damage applied to this skill's damage over time. 8% reduced movement speed. Debuff can have up to 20 layers of damage. Isn't that cool? So yes, I could get, if I want, this.
A tyrannical Templar, to be tested and tempered in the straits of Rayclast. That's the first line of the poem I'm writing about you, Exile. Easy, mate. You could damn a bloke with a look like that. The name's Bestel, captain of the good ship Merry Gull. Alas, my Merry Gull is gone. My crew is gone. But my wits remain, after a fashion. There's an island, a hop, skip and a wade offshore of the terraces. That's where my Merry Gull ran aground. Watched the locals spit roast the ship's doctor, but his medicine chest might still be there, amongst the splinters and bones. It'd have everything Nessa might need. Dr. Shaky Hands Opton was lousy with a scalpel and even worse with a saw, but he knew his apothecary. Explains the shaky hands, if you ask me.
So yeah, I was saying earlier how your character doesn't really talk much. That's incredibly true, but these characters talk plenty, and I remember actually kind of growing to kind of like them, in, to some degree, for all those I played of it. I only played a couple hours, so yeah, that's all I was going to say. Grew to like them to some capacity. They're a likeable enough bunch.
Poor Nessa. Not even a mother herself, and yet she cares for us all. And what a sickly, pathetic brood we are. May she live to have her own family. A real family. If anyone deserves that, Nessa does. Tarkly, rescued from the waves. A stricken Bestel, fate's slave. From fallen crew and broken bark, Bestel lives, thanks to Tark. Lee.
Yeah, like I said, they grow on you.
Harold, the Merry Gull's cook, washed up on the rocks over yonder. Dead as a doornail he was. Buried him myself. Then, a few days later, I see him on the beach. A little worse for wear, but upright, shuffling about. A land full of disturbing surprises, this Rayclast.
Indeed. So, we leave. And all these places are instanced and they're randomized.
What in God's name is that smell?
Also, I swear your characters are talking more than they normally do. Then again, I swear my character is talking more than the one I remember was. But then again, he's just giving like a little like commentary, like, Christ, what's that smell? Rather than any opinion on the quests or the NPCs. So, like I just remember saying before, how your characters don't really talk much. And while I was wrong that they do talk a little, they don't talk about the quests, which is what I was kind of meaning. At least so far, anyway. Ooh, and here's some withered husks. So, we move back. Actually, I don't have any corpses to draw from. Why? Nice. You know, I don't need to do that. Just why? Why? That's hilarious. Cute.
My mana
Cute.
is spent.
There we go. And these will stick around for how long? For as long as they keep on living. So I'm happy. Ooh, Christ. Yes, there are cannibals here. Like they were mentioned earlier in the other quest. Why? And as you notice, that my zombies fell. Cute. And I've got the two back. The one is still injured. Can I be honest? I don't remember what I was looking at when I got when they attacked. Oh well. Sure, level up. And here's Gravel Eaters. What a delightful name. Oh yes, I was looking at this, wasn't I? There's no compare button as far as I can tell. I'll be tempted in switching over to this tank because it's better slightly, but because of the quality bonus. But also the reason why they suddenly start zooming around like they're on crack is because of lag, I presume. What was I going to say? Its slots aren't great. Then again, I could move this over to... Whoops. Could I unsocket this? Yes. Put in there. Suck this. Put there. Equip you. There. Upgrade. So. Now I go and resummon my zombies. Q. You need a corpse to work from. So, yeah. That's one of the requirements of this. Which I would have remembered if I had read the description. Infested crab. Sounds delightful. Ooh, blacksmith's whetstone. Cute. Fun medicine chest on Tidal Island. Bestel has informed you that his ship, beached on the Tidal Island, contains a medicine chest. Find it and take it back to Nessa in town. Nessa? For a moment there, I was reminded of a character from game A Song of Ice and Fire. She's only ever mentioned in a legend, the Tale of Azure High. Fucking that. She's only mentioned there, but her name is Nissa Nissa. So yeah, just got reminded of that. Reminded of her. That's all. I'm just curious, how the hell does a cannibal work here? You know, if everyone resurrects, wouldn't the people in your stomach resurrect too? I'm sure someone will be into that, but it's not the kind of thing you'll build a lifestyle off of. You know? Anyway, the lagging is kind of getting on me. Just getting on my wick. Okay, here's a waypoint. Okay, now it's activated. And the tidal island is just here. We're gonna have a game that's always online. Oh, that was dramatic. If you're gonna have a game that's always online, I'm not too bothered by it, as long as it's, you know, hold on, Q. There we go. I'm not too bothered by it as long as it's reliable. You know, as long as, like, I have a fine internet connection, but I'm having difficulties not getting janked around here. And, like, I'm attached to a London server. There's no way for me to check here. But, yeah, I'm attached to a London server, and I'm getting janked around here. So, yeah, I have no issue with it always being online, if it's reliable. I remember before learning in school that crucifixion, like, was actually, like, you know, that happened to that corpse there. Let me just grab these. Come on. Why? You know that corpse over here? You know, I'll leave the zombies handle it for a moment. See how that's tied to the cross? That's what they would do. The Romans would do. Jesus, like you know how everyone knows, or at least most people know, the story of Jesus being nailed to the cross. That's what wasn't the typical crucifixion. But apparently, you'll be tied to the cross. At least that's the way I think it went. Like, they would tie you to the cross and leave you there until you died. They didn't nail you to it. Then again, maybe they did both with regularity. I have no idea. I think it was typically, though, tied. But I can't remember anymore. It's been quite a while since I did classics in school.
Calm has removed the eternal stain from this coast. The Empire's citizens decorate our meeting houses with their heads. Our warriors build homes for our families. Our families till the earth, fish the waters, fill the air with song. The Karui way is yet a seedling here, but it grows, gains in pride and power every day. Calm has kept his promise. The time of the Karui has come.
You'll hear a lot about the Karui way and the Karui as you go on. What is it? I have not a clue. As you see here, the letter cap gives an invasion rating of 17. This gives armor. So, thing to acknowledge. This gives a 25% chance to block and a 10 evasion rating, as well as cold resistance. This gives 22% chance to block, so slightly lower, but 5 energy shield. And 10 increased spell damage. I wonder. They didn't seem affected, which is annoying. In which case I may stick with this. 20 dexterity. Oof. Alright. Alright, ooh. We'll just slap the armor on. Yeah, may as well. Ooh, also, next point. More strength or more life? Then again, I know I can get the other guys now, so should I go buff them up? Also, 2 strength is equal to life, 5 strength is equal to 1 melee physical damage. 2 intelligence is 1 mana, 5 intelligence is 1% energy shield. 1 dexterity is 2 accuracy, 5 dexterity is 1 evasion. So, no, I'll go with life and mana. Apply points. Impaled corpse, crude bow. It's always a good idea to grab all this stuff. You can sell it on. Hail Ray. Christ, move. Smacking. Hail Ray does cold damage and casts Glacial Cascade. I question if my, you know, cold hammer it would even do much damage to the guy. What? Yeah, no. Why? Yeah, why is the better one? Apparently he dropped the medicine chest. How burly is he? Dr. Shaky Hands Upton travelled with with only the finest medicines and antidotes, and a curiously generous supply of opiates. He explains the Shaky Hands.
I am no beast of burden.
The shop is cosmetic only. It's like real money stuff, but it's only cosmetic. Okay, this is actually really getting on my wick. Hey folks, and I'm back. Got kicked, as you noticed. Recording locally. And I wish it didn't show my email address back there. I'm not sure if I can be bothered in editing it out. Heap.
This is neither the time nor the place.
Come on. Thank you. Well, that person's got fancy stuff. Sell items. Thank you. Get 4 of those scrolls, but for 1 of these. So, it's not bad. No idea how people play on these servers, because I'm on the English one. I'm on London. I'm over here in Ireland, little wee old Ireland, and yet I'm dying from the. I'm you know, basically the internet's losing its shit here trying to play it. When I don't know why it would. I'll talk to him about scavengers and all that later. I want to go back and get my gear. I better not have to fight through enemies and whatnot. Again. No, actually. And to be honest, this kind of reminding me of the forest. Should see about doing more collab of that. That was good.